Good evening, everybody. Boys and ghouls. It's getting closer to Halloween. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a good Beattober. Let me know how you're doing. How's Beattober going for you so far? We are in like the home stretch. What is the date today? The 23rd. Literally, well, today's already over. So pretty much 7 days left of Beattober. Today's going to be a very exciting stream for those of you tuning in right here at the beginning. What I have in front of me is an Ableton Move with the new 1.7 update, which I want to talk a bit about today. But not only that, I want to utilize a new feature of the 1.7 update, namely designing a sound with the drift synth, with the full drift synth, which is now available in Move. I want to make a bunch of samples with that sound tonight, and then we are going to launch a sample challenge where y'all will be able to flip the samples that I make, and we will give away an Ableton Move courtesy of Ableton. And shout out to Ableton for sponsoring today's stream. It's going to be very, very fun. I think we're going to have fun. As usual, all month long, we've been raising money for a great cause, the Music and Youth Initiative. They help bring music technology to young people, help give young people access to music technology so they can learn to produce their own music, learn basic things about music production and audio engineering, build actual big life skills like goal setting, following through with projects, interpersonal skills, working with their peers on certain projects. All of that happens because Music and Youth makes it possible. Often in underserved areas where maybe the music programs in the schools get cut. It's not easy to access things like music lessons and things like that. And they take a bit of a different approach, which I definitely appreciate. All month long, we're raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. If you see that donate button right below this video, even just a $5 donation goes a long way to our monthly money raised. We're also selling things like merch all month long. All of this can be found at Beattober.com. You can find links to everything. If you don't see a donate button in your region, we also have a PayPal link as well. So Beattober.com for all the information on that. But we've been having a great time raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative all month long. What is our current YouTube fundraiser at? I don't have it in front of me. I'm sorry. For me to have it in front of me, I would have to have the stream in front of me, which does not bode well. I end up playing the audio and it gets all messed up. Oh no, my Move got stolen last month, but I enjoy seeing the updates until I get a new one. That's too bad. Maybe you could, participate in this sample challenge. You'll end up winning a new one. But I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Accent Noir, thank you so much for kicking things off with the big dono. Let's play the techno music. Go, 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 go. Is that like way too loud? It's all way too loud, right? Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. I don't know what just happened. I can't hear what happened, so hopefully it was something good. It was fine. Okay, thank you, October Keys. Appreciate it. Pocket Tapes asks a very good question. What costume we all doing this year? That's a very good question. What is everybody dressing up as? I have a bunch of neighbors that have done some pretty good decorations. Also, there's some planning afoot because it just so happens that the last day of Beattober is Halloween. Who would have thought? No, but the last day of Beattober is a Friday. We will have a special guest in the studio, and I think what we're going to do is a 12-hour stream on Friday the 31st, about 12 p.m. midday U.S. time, all the way through the night to midnight. I figured that would be a fun end celebration for Beattober, and we'll do like a bunch of fun stuff. We're planning lots of things. My partner in crime, Daltrick, will be here in the studio with us. We'll be doing lots of fun things. So look forward to that, a 12-hour stream. No more 24-hour streams. The 24-hour streams are just like a bit unmanageable, I would say. Maybe we'll come back to that at some point, but I think a 12-hour stream will be good. I think it'll be a nice like Friday. It's Halloween. Who's going to be working Friday the Halloween, Who's going to be working that day? Nobody. So just tune into the stream all day. And of course, we'll continue. We'll do lots of giveaways that day. Also, another very important announcement is that the Beattober Awards, the nomination form for Beattober Awards. First of all, let me bring this up here so you can see. Let's see. Let's bring it up. Let's talk about the Beattober Awards. We have 6 different categories. We have all kinds of ways you can win prizes throughout the month of Beattober. If you go to beattober.com, you'll find the awards page. 6 categories: Best Collab, Best Dallas, Best Original Song with Lyrics, Best Video, Best Beat featuring Guitar, brought to you by Jamstick, and the Beast of Beattober, all with some fantastic prize packages. Now, the nomination form is live. It's a Google form. You can nominate yourself. You can nominate another producer. Fill out the Google form appropriately to nominate, but we do need submissions by the 29th. So that is, what do you have? You have about 6 days, 5 days to fill out the nomination forms. But like I said, there's lots of ways to win other than just the awards. We also have the milestone rewards. So we've already done the first 7 days, but we also have the 15 beats, the 25 beats, and the 31 beat. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. Sorry about that. Milestone rewards, meaning that you made 15 beats throughout the month of Beattober, or 25 beats, or a full 31. Look at these prizes. Do not sleep on these prizes. The submission forms are on this page. Make sure you submit for the appropriate form. Obviously, if you did 25 beats, you're going to be eligible for the 15 as well. If you did all 31, you'll be eligible for all 3. Who won the 7-day? A username DocSnox, I believe. I wrote it in the announcements channel in the Discord server, which, by the way, our Discord server is open all month long. If you want to join our Discord, again, beattober.com. The Discord link is right here. You can just jump in our Discord. That is also where I'm going to be dropping the samples for the Ableton Move sample challenge that we kick off today, and that is where we'll take submissions for that as well. Make sense? Any questions? Reasonable questions, not like, oh, I want to win an award, but I was born on a Tuesday and my favorite color is red. Can I still win an award? No, that's not the kind of question. Any reasonable questions? Subjective, very subjective. And we're going to kick things off with a giveaway here in just a moment. Pocket Tape says, for the merch, are the designs created by AI? Who designed the shirts? No, we have a artist in our community who has designed some of the art for the past couple years. Tabe Comics, Miss Nadia. Usually she pops in the stream at a certain point, so when she does, I'll say it loud and proud. But also, if you were watching the intro screen, she also designed the intro screen. So she did all the merch designs this year. TAETRO-shop.com. Yes, yes, yes. Darn, TAETRO nailed all those specifics exactly. I know how the folks that were born on a Tuesday and favorite color is red, they're always uncertain if they're doing something right or wrong. I have not announced the winner of the MPK Mini 4 yet. Stay tuned for that. I'm just waiting for an update from Akai to make sure if there's any regional restrictions. Just double checking on that. I want to make sure people can get their prize. Exciting. I think I'm getting a move this weekend. Ableton is having a live event this Saturday. I'm planning on going. Oh, is that the one in LA, Fuzzy Loops? Are they doing something in LA? Very cool. How much is the hourly rate for therapy? Head to my Calendly and we can talk. Just book an hour. We can chat. I'm not a licensed therapist, however. Who drew the merch art? I said it. Miss Nadia or Tabe Comics. Here, she does have a Patreon. Let me see if I can find, or I'll spam her Instagram actually. That'll be easier. That was the first thing that came up. Here you go, Tabe Comics. That is our resident merch designer, really fantastic artist and musician herself. Hey, we had another $5 dono come in. Thank you so much to Barista Beats with the $5 dono. Thank you so much, Barista Beats, for jumping in. How are you? How have you been doing? Much appreciated. Yeah, y'all can skip the coffee tomorrow. Donate it to the kids. Beattober is for the kids. How will you contact us to let us know we won something? Either via email or via my verified Instagram account. If you get an email that says you won something and you had and you never even entered to win a prize or something like that, don't get scammed. Don't worry. I will post in the announcements channel on Discord the winners of these things. Don't worry. And also don't sit there with your phone open waiting for me to contact you, because you might not win. Nobody should be expecting to win something. We can hope to win something, but nobody should be expecting to win something. TAETRO therapy sessions, maybe that's a new stream segment after Beattober, who knows. But if you all have any good ideas for our 12-hour stream segments, I would love to hear them. It'd be great to do like 1-hour segments, and I also wanted to get your all's opinion on on one very important kind of thing, which was, do we prefer one long 12-hour live stream where the stream is just on one link in one stream, and at the end of the day it's a 12-hour long VOD? Or do we prefer having the different topics on different links with like their own thumbnails, so you can go back and rewatch individual segments? What do you prefer? You don't care about scrolling through the VOD later? I don't know. Curious to know what the people believe. Separate streams for separate topics, or one long stream? And then right off the bat, we have somebody saying one long stream, different topics. Music therapy sessions. Good point, Sky Lotus. Good point. Broken into 12. And then, see, it's a 50-50. I gotta run a poll on this one. We gotta see. I think it's gonna be very close. All right, 12-hour stream format. I'm gonna write separate streams, separate topic streams, or one long stream. And I'm starting the poll. Vote in the poll. Don't boo, vote. Could you do a segment on using the mini freak with the microcosm? I could do that all day. I could do that in my sleep. Separate thumbnails, okay. Immediately is more work. We've done it. That's pretty much how we've done it in the past. Deanne Harris definitely brings up the most logical. 96 15-minute streams. I think that's like better for the TikTok culture. Like 96 15-minute videos, basically filmed in sequence, streamed live, all the above. But remember, we'll have Doll Trick in studio, so we can take advantage of her expertise, her interests, things like that. She's a killer player on all kinds of instruments, including push. So that'll be fun. Subway surfers in the corner. I've definitely thought about things like that for my videos. We'll do like an hour-long Ableton tutorial, but just a subway surfer in the corner. I think view retention would go up for sure. I'm drinking sparkling water tonight. What is everybody else drinking out there? Yes, that's true. Beta Run makes a good point. If you've been participating for every day of Beattober, you will definitely win 31 original self-made beats, courtesy of yourself. Round of applause for that. Priceless. Who could put a price on that? The stream hopping was a bit confusing, Negatory. They do try to make it easy, but they don't make it easy. It also gets dicey because you have to schedule streams, so that if streams don't happen at the right time, then it's more confusing. So you have to just keep them private until it's time to go live. It's a whole mess. But separate topic streams seems to be winning in this poll. Maybe I'll run a poll on like the community tab here on YouTube. But also, y'all are here, Notification Squad, people that are here earliest in the stream, are always eligible to win a little something. So, I have a quick giveaway for you all. Is that okay? Y'all like giveaways? Should we run a poll? Giveaway or no giveaway? Today, let's give away a little something different. I don't know why that website is not working. It's not helping me. Today, of course, our stream is brought to you by the kind folks at Ableton, but we have lots of supporters of Beattober, including Native Instruments, who has supported Beattober by giving us tons of licenses to give away. So we are going to be giving away FX EQ right now. FX EQ, really cool way to implement effects in a particular frequency band. Really interesting way of approaching effects processing. So, since we're getting close to the spooky season, all you have to do to win FX EQ is spam your Halloween-related emojis in the chat. And then if you win, you will have to message me on Instagram and say, hey, I won the FX EQ. You will have to type in chat and tell me, as soon as you win, what your Instagram handle is. And then we'll move on with our lives. We'll move on with the stream. But yeah, if you would like to win FX EQ, spam your Halloween related emojis for the next minute, and I am going to run a timer, and I'm going to also let you listen to Javier, who is a music clubhouse director, running a minute timer. He's a music clubhouse director.
The vision for the Music Clubhouse is for participants to be able to come in and just do and realize anything they set their mind to in terms of content creation. You should be able to walk in on the first day and say, I want to make a full album and I want it out on any streaming service, and we'll be able to facilitate that. Or if you want to walk in and you say you want to record a podcast with all your friends and put it up on YouTube and live stream it, then we could also facilitate that. The point is for them to
This is what we're raising money for all month long. Facilities just like this. If the kids walk in and they want to make some music, they want to record a podcast, they can walk in here and do it for free.
This type of thinking, this type of setting a goal, it could be making a song, it could be making a beat, and seeing it through, finishing it, taking it through extra steps, that can absolutely apply to everything in their lives, probably, to just know to follow through with something and stay dedicated to an idea. Don't just start something and not see it through necessarily.
There's our 1 minute timer right
the
on
ultimate goal
cue.
is their development, and through all this process they get to pick up different aspects of it. For instance, when they set goals for themselves, like to finish their podcast, and they have to schedule, like that helps them develop all that goal setting, progress tracking, responsibility, communication. And then when they are collaborating on the track and they have to actually piece their ideas together, and especially when it's such an emotional subject, they really need to learn how to communicate in a healthy way and have some insight into their own emotions and navigating
emotional intelligence, learning to work together, learning to set goals. Those are the things that you learn at a music clubhouse by Music and Youth Initiative. It's not just about producing music, which is a great skill anyway, as we all know, but it is also about building those life skills. It is also about youth development. So if you want to support that cause, we got a donate button right below the stream, raising money for the kids all month long. Let's go ahead and choose the winner for FX EQ by Native Instruments. Choosing a winner now. Where's Lucky Drive? Shout out Lucky Drive. Are you there? Lucky Drive in chat. Round of applause for Lucky Drive in chat. Thank you so much for everybody for spamming the chat. We always do another random giveaway at the end of the stream, so stick around if you do want to win yourself another prize. Lucky Drive, I see that you're here. That's fantastic. If you could do me a big favor, type your Instagram handle here in chat so that I know what your Instagram handle is, and then go over to Instagram and just send me a message that says, hey, I won FX EQ. But if you send me your handle now, that means nobody else can steal your prize. Here, let me set that properly. Okay. Lucky Drive, Lucky Drive. Hey, we had a dono come in. Wait. Let me get my windows all situated here. I need more screens, Yo, Ryan, thank you so much for the Canadian $20 for the kids. Much appreciated. We definitely need some techno music for that. And Awkwardly Gothy dropping in another 5. Much appreciated, Awkwardly Gothy. We'll just keep the techno music running, keep the dono train going. It's for a great cause. It's for the kids. Thank you all so much for jumping in. Message you on Insta. Sorry, stream might be 5 to 10 seconds behind. Yes, it probably is behind. But Lucky Drive, please, in the chat right now, please just type your Instagram handle so that I can confirm that it's you that I'm talking to, that I'm getting a message from. Because if I were a kind of a sneaky person, I would go make an Instagram handle called Lucky Drive and then message TAETRO on Instagram and say, hey, I won the giveaway. Negatory with a $40 dono. $40. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's wild. Big one. Thank you so much, Negatory, with the $40 dono. That's huge. Thank you so much. That's great. Yeah, it's been a great month of fundraising. We're raising money here on YouTube. We've also got donations coming in on PayPal for those that don't have the YouTube donate button. We've been selling merch. Let's see. We've been selling a few sample packs and then more to come on that. Just more where that came from. Lucky Drive, I got your Instagram handle. I see it here in the chat. Thank you for sharing that. I will reach out to you probably sometime tomorrow, or if I'm able to stay awake, at the end of today's stream with your license key. But of course, you'll want to make sure that you have a Native Instruments account, and you're probably going to have to download this plugin via Native Access. So just get yourself all situated with that if you don't have it already. Thank you so much, Lucky Drive. Appreciate you. All right, you all want to start talking about Move? The other thing I want to know also, separate topic streams won the poll, which is interesting. Very interesting. We will do a giveaway again at the end of the stream. We will also be listening to the community's Beattober beats at the end of the stream, as we do every Beattober stream. Stream. How many times can I say stream? All right, what I wanted to say next was, how many people have themselves an Ableton Move? Because what I've been seeing on the Beattober front is that lots of people have an Ableton Move, because I'm seeing people all day making beats with an Ableton Move. Holy smokes. Kevin with the $50 donation. Round of applause, folks. A $50 dono. Let's get the techno going. Go. $50 dono. The donos keep on coming, folks. Smoke. Holy smokes. We love that. It's a great Thursday. I love that. Awesome. For the kids, everybody. For the kids. Thanks, everybody, for being so generous with the donations. And if I miss a PayPal donation, by the way, if you do go over and donate on PayPal, say, hey, I just donated on PayPal, and then I can confirm that by looking at my phone. October Keys, thank you for that total update. So we're $30 away from the next 100. $30 away. That's just 3 people donating $10 or 6 people donating $5. That's all I'm saying. Shout out LT Kev. Whoa. Okay. Laurel, that is the only excuse to be away from the stream, is if you're filming your Beattober beat. Reset says, not sure if it's worth getting Move if I'm already rocking Push 3 standalone. It's a good caution to have. You don't want to have too much gear, more gear than you actually need. I think for me, as somebody who has Push 3 and who has Move, Move is a much more portable option, a much more focused workflow and purpose, whereas Push 3 basically becomes my standalone hub, my little project base, that sort of thing. So That's my thoughts on that. But we've got another dono coming in. Yarn Chic 60 with a $50 dono. Yarn Chic 60, who I alluded to we're going to have some other ways of fundraising. Yarn Chic 60 has designed and created, I should say, these amazing crochet charms, which are going to be going off to the different Beattober Award winners. And we're going to also auction some off or put some up for sale during the 12-hour stream. So stay tuned for that. We got all different colors for the kids. And Barista Beats jumping in with another $5 dono. Thank you, everybody, so much. Let's get a little techno music going for that. Holy smokes. They're cool, right? I think I should hook one up here. Let's go here. Boom. I could have been doing this from the beginning. I didn't even think of that. I want the face to show. Here, I'm going to pull the tag off because the tag is a little confusing in this context. There we go. We got it going. Techno music all stream. I think that means we're doing something right. Reset Ryan. If there's techno music all stream, we are doing something right. Thank you everybody for those very generous donations. But we've got to talk about the subject of the stream. Enough with the generosity and the charity. Ugh, it's enough already. Just kidding, of course. Oh, and it doesn't end there. Dustin McAdams with a $5 dono for the kids. A huge round of applause. Go. It never stops. Let's go for the kids. Shout out Dustin. Thank you so much. My daughter wants to learn how to crochet. Looks like fun. Yeah, my mom makes all kinds of awesome crochet things. I don't have any within reach, but all kinds of Pokemon, all kinds of little crochet creatures around. What is happening? Barista Beats, you are trolling with another $5 dono. What am I supposed to do? We're just going to be doing donos all stream. Let's go. Someone should sound a dono counter for the stream. That's you, October Keys. I thought you were doing it. What happened? Folks, it is really going to go a long way. I don't want to bore you too much with talking about the Music and Youth Initiative, but you literally have kids, like there's so many opportunities to jump into sports or to jump into a lot of other activities for kids, right? But music technology is specifically difficult for kids to get into. One, because it costs a lot of money. Two, because a lot of institutions or schools or after school programs don't want to invest in it or don't have the right people to teach it. So that's where Music and Youth comes in. Not only do they fund and build these programs, but they set a basic list of standards that these programs have to adhere to, using the latest technology, teaching the right things, and also they do the interviewing for the staff to make sure they get the right people teaching in these settings. And that's another $10 dono from Sunny B. Let's go. It's a cascade of donations. Thank you so much, everybody. That's huge. We put a big jump on our donation amount here on YouTube. Music and Youth Initiative, the GOAT. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Sunny B. Much appreciated for that latest dono. Okay, I guess y'all don't want to talk about Move today. I guess we've raised enough money. That'll be it. My name is TAETRO. Have a good one. Just kidding. What's up, Akoko? Thank you for joining in. Sunny said, I wish I had this as a kid. Super awesome. That's my thoughts exactly. Me too. Okay, let's jump in. Talk about Ableton Move. So I did mention the difference between Push 3 and Move. What I really want to get into the nitty gritty and talking about today, because I've done a bunch of videos on Ableton Move already. I've been sort of keeping up and following along with the updates, which they've done a very good job of updating it over the year. It just basically turned a year old, and we're already on Move 1.7, and many of those updates have been pretty significant. The latest update, 1.7, adds a couple quality of life things. There's like more options for dimming the LEDs, which actually I'm on the dim setting right now, but it's perfect for video, I think. But the big highlight of this this update is that the drift synth is now fully editable and designable, I guess you could say, from Ableton Move. So what that means is that usually we're used to having just 8 macros of control to do sound design, right? Usually that gives us like some basic attack and release controls, maybe some filter, maybe some detuning, that sort of thing, just 8 macros, right? But here, and I hope you're watching, and I hope that you can see the stream in a way that the screen is clear enough. But here now, if I hold the shift button, and I'm on the default drift preset, by the way, how's that volume on the synth? Is it good? Voice versus synth volume? Give me a little feedback. I think we are. I think we were clipping a little bit. I don't want to be clipping. All right, cool. Default drift preset. Just basically a couple saw waves. If I hold the shift button, I can now scroll here, and I have 8, 9, 10, 11 pages of sound design parameters on drift. So I guess when it comes back to the question of like, you know, Move's role, of course, I talk all the time about using it as a sketch pad for songs, but I think now with drift and full sound design options here for drift on the Move, this makes it like a portable sketchpad for sound designers as well. So the first bank of controls that we have here are just the basic controls, like basically the macro controls. So I can do like the octave 1, oscillator 1 waveform here, change it to different things, right? The shape of the wave, the gain of the different oscillators, envelope, attack and release, that sort of thing. Very basic on that first page. But when I go to the second page, now I get a little more oscillator control. This is where we start getting into things a little deeper. So let's try to design a kind of cool sound. I don't want this to be too boring, so you can give me a bunch of yawns in chat if it is too boring, but I want to design something a little more like ambient, mellow-y, because that's kind of my thing. That's what I like the most. So I'm going to choose a sine wave for oscillator 1. Now, there's 2 oscillators playing on drift synth, which means we're hearing kind of 2 tones simultaneously. And we have control over the octave. So currently, oscillator 2 is a sine wave as well. We could change that. We could make oscillator 2 like a saturated wave. And we can also change the octave. Let me know if you can feel that bass. And we could make them be the same octave, or I could do 1 octave up for oscillator 2. I think I'll do that, and then I'll just pull the volume a bit down of oscillator 2. 2 simultaneous oscillators. I'm going to detune oscillator 2 a little bit as well. All right. 2 different waves there, nothing too much to write home about. Let's go to the next page and see what we can do here. This is the oscillator modulation page, and here we can actually change the modulation source, which right now it's being controlled by an envelope. I want to change it to something a little more direct. So what I think would be cool is if we do the modulation with pressure. And what is the modulation going to affect? Let's do some pitch modulation, meaning that the more pressure I put on a pad, it's going to modulate the pitch. I know it's hard to see that from the camera view, but I'm just adding more and releasing pressure. So I basically can do little bends by adding pressure, which I think is kind of cool. And then there's a second modulation source, which I'm going to leave at LFO. We're not going to do any pitch modulation there. Shape mod, oscillator 1 shape modulation on the LFO. Phase repeat, and then there's also noise. Let's add in some noise since we're going for the proper lo-fi vibes. Shape modulation source is coming from velocity. I could have it just be LFO, so it just cycles through a sound like that. I didn't mind actually having it on velocity. It's like the wave shape gets more aggressive if I play the key harder. So already right off the bat, we have a bit more of a complex sound. Let's go to page 4, which is the filter. We can do a low pass filter, of course. Filter resonance. So I'm going to bring up the resonance. Just cut back the filter a little bit. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, we can change the filter type. That probably goes without saying. There's also a simultaneous high pass filter as well. You can adjust if the filter is on the individual oscillators. So our higher oscillator, the oscillator 2, I could just turn the filter completely off. Or maybe I turn it off for the lower oscillator. And then filter noise, we could also turn off or on. I like having it on. Darren Hale, thanks for jumping in. I know you are an Ableton Move user, so let me know what you think. Also, Ableton Move users, what updates are you looking and waiting for, I wonder? And have you tried designing a sound on the Drift synth here in the update 1.7? I think it makes sound design pretty approachable in this way because you're just limited to the pages and then the 8 macros, and you just scroll through them one by one, add to your sound little by little. Which, by the way, we haven't even dialed in any effects yet because we've been doing sound design. But why don't I just dial in a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay. That's a lot of reverb and a lot of delay, I think, actually. And now what I'm thinking is I really want to change the amp envelope. Oh, but we are at filter modulation. So it's a whole nother modulation situation here where the modulation source for the filter is currently on pressure, which I think is fine. I'll keep it that way. Let's go to the next page, envelope 1. So here we go. Let's do a little bit of a longer release. We could do a slow attack as well. Making like a sort of a pad sound now, I think. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay. That's envelope 1. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble with having that release time a little too long. It might like bleed a little too much, you know? I like that I can just add pressure to make it sound like a little more like a tape almost. SM Darwin is craving the more time signatures. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they've done like some user research and they know like how much in demand that is. But I think a fair amount of people are asking for it. Could you post the drift preset for the challenge as well? That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, October Keys. Time stretching would be an amazing feature, but I have to remember that this is a low-powered sketchpad, but even a crude version that sounded higher quality after import to Ableton would be neat. Good point. So even if there isn't like complex or complex pro like warp modes on the Move, if we just had basic like beats warp mode or tones warp mode that's a little less intensive, maybe someday that would be possible. All right, I really like this so far. Let me go to the next page, which is the envelope 2 envelope. So you can see we're like 6 pages deep into this sound design process, and we have something very different than what we started with. I actually don't know if I'm controlling anything with this second envelope, so I might have just been doing nothing. We do have the LFO. And then the next page, modulation 1 and 2, they're just like so deep. So somebody was asking about the modulation matrix. I think is an exact representation of the mod matrix. It's just like presented in a kind of standardized way. Oof. Okay, I like that. Oh shoot. Don't do anything. I almost lost everything we fought for. Okay, hold shift and then scroll. Modulation 3? What can I modulate with modulation 3? I guess I can pick a target. I could... The noise gain. That would be cool to do with pressure as well. Let's see. Let's have that actually be responsive to the LFO, and then let's jump back up to the LFO, because we're doing everything on pressure now. But I'm going to go to the LFO page. Just have the LFO be like kind of a slower rate. So we get that sort of wave. I guess I'm designing like a tape sound. Like I didn't even intend to do that, but I think it's just so baked into my or like the sounds that I like. Very spooky. All right, I'm pretty happy with that sound. The last page there, by the way, is the global page, which just gives you the voice modes. You can have it be Paulo or Monty. Pano or Molly, I just said. That's kind of crazy. Mono or polyphonic. You can limit the amount of voices, and you can. Oh, we could do glide. Where's glide? Do I need glide? Well, I would have to be monophonic if the glide was happening. Then we have legato. And the amount of drift. All right, I'm going to dial back the reverb actually. Let's write a few chords here with this. I'm going to get a basic drum beat going. You know, the GOAT Eldre sent me his new drum kits, and he has got his drum kits with Move presets. So let me go to my user presets, Eldre's 7th drum pack. Just fantastic sounding drums as usual. Let me get this track volume. And I really like how he designed these because you've got multiple of each kind of drum. And that little double hit on that pad. But I think I'm just going to get a basic 4/4 rhythm going for now. And then try to get some chords with that. I gotta figure out that next chord. Here, let's undo that record. All right, I like that chord. And then I think that's pretty just simple. One, two, ready, go. Try that again. Come on, ready, go. The wavering sound sounds great. Thank you, White Whisker. I like it. It's just a little off, right? How do you import presets on the Move? Can you transfer them for live? I can't explain it here. It's been a little while since I've done it myself, but there is a web interface to just import presets. You transfer them from a web interface. I bet that part is easy. Exporting them from live is another animal in itself. I think we're gonna have to raise the tempo, right? And I want to rework the kick now that we've gone into this kind of rhythm. Capture MIDI for the win. All right, but I kind of, now that we've raised the tempo, I kind of would rather do longer chords. Is it too much to have them held like that? Maybe for this we could actually just jump back into the sound design real quick, since we can. Shift, scroll. Maybe we go to the envelopes page. Maybe we just get a little faster attack, I think would be better. Not so fast. Let's try it. 2, ready, go. Yeah, I just got to be careful on the pressure. That is the trick with having pressure modulation. You can't do too much pressure at the same time. Oh, I keep playing the wrong chord. It's amateur hour here on the TAETRO live stream. Thank you all for sticking with us. There we go, just more space. Cabo Speed says, how can you work with this? It looks so complicated. But did you see how fast I was able to do that? I was able to just keep messing up, and all I have to do is like hit undo and then go again. It's like so, it looks complicated at first if you never used it before, but once you get into this workflow, I promise, like it's so easy to learn. It's so easy to learn. Don't sell yourself short. It's not so complicated. Miles Kundra has dropped an awesome preset pack for the Move/Push 3. Definitely worth checking out. He's great. Amazing musician. Fantastic musician. What's up, Rick Mans? Thanks for jumping in. We're having a great time raising money for the kids and checking out the
Ableton Move 1.7 update
with added sound design options for the Drift Synth. Complete sound design options for the Drift Synth, which I think is really cool. Our rarely used record capture button is genius. You almost like never need the record button if you have the capture button. And pretty much the Note app works basically strictly off of capture rather than record. This looks like me making a Beattober beat. Yeah, mess up, undo, mess up, undo. That's all of us, my friend. That's all of us. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Is there an easy way for me to copy a track? Or should I just grab another drift preset? Let's grab another drift preset. I'm going to keep it strictly on drift tonight. Keep going with that. I'm gonna really wash this out in reverb though, which it doesn't yet have. It's got chorus. Let's see if we can get rid of the chorus. Work within these limitations. Here we go. Caboose, that's great to hear. You're gonna have a great time with that MIDI keyboard. I love to hear it. It's almost there. I can hear that melody coming. Doom, doom. That ain't it though. Undo. Something like that. With quantization would be better. If you play the bass synth preset called Sub-Shaped, you hear a squeaky sound when you play lower notes. Maybe you're just too low? Might be some overtones coming through or something? Odd. When is the TR-1000 stream dropping? Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Let's delete that note. Get that going. Little chromatic playing of the hi-hat sounds there. Dustin asked a good question. Reverb sounds great, but curious if those effects can be changed. Yeah, so on this synth piano here, there is a reverb on the track. And then we have 8 macros. We have decay time, room size, filter frequency, input filter frequency, pre-delay, stereo image, low shelf gain, high shelf gain, and dry wet. Another nice touch too, I just have to tap these encoders and it shows me what's there. I like that. And that's just one of the reverb so there's also multiple reverb presets as well. And there's 2 effects on these tracks. So I also have a redux here. And then record that automation as well. I just hit capture MIDI to do that. It's kind of crazy. I realize I'm covering up this side of the controller. Sorry about that. But if you have questions about the workflow and stuff, just let me know. This is called the Ableton Move, Caboose. It's not a MIDI controller. It can be used as a MIDI controller, but it's actually a standalone music making device. So everything you're hearing is coming directly from the Ableton Move. What do we need? I guess we need a bass. I kind of would rather add the bass in live later though and add something else cooler now, but I'm not sure. Bring the volume of that down a little bit. Good point. A little plucky arpeggiator or something? Good idea. Good idea. Today I learned the Pro FX12 V3. What is that? That's a made up thing. That can't be real. Adds reverb echo automatically if I don't push one little button after spending 20 minutes trying to figure out why the DFAM is echoing. Huh. We're all learning things during Beattober. Really, just like a default reverb echo. Is there springs inside? There might be springs in there. Favorite piece of gear to pair with the Move? The launch key is a great pair with the Move. It's really fun to use that. But other groove boxes are fun as well. All right, let's swap this out. Swap out this synth preset. All right, what are we looking for? We said like some kind of pluck kind of situation. Synth pluck. Let's go. Let's go. That's such a funny. Let's go up a couple octaves. I do want to try to use mostly drift synth presets. Oh, that just sounds fantastic. So drift was already like my favorite sounding Ableton synth before this update, but now that this is here, this has got me excited to be able to design sounds like that. Let's go ahead and turn the arpeggiator on. Let's go arp up, sure. All right, and what effects do we have here? Again, I'm using pressure there to open up the filter, I believe. Johnny Healy says, watch your video on warping today. Helped me understand a lot. Thanks. I love to hear it, John Healy. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Imagine the battery dies midstream. No, we got this charged up. I was at least like 80% when we started the stream. Yeah, folks, don't forget that we are raising money for a great cause all month long. The Music and Youth Initiative. There's a donate button below the stream. Goes to a great cause. Getting music technology, music education in underserved areas. So if you got $2, $5, $10 to donate, it goes a long way for the kids. Doesn't that sound great? I stand by that if Ableton went the route of, say, Roland, and they started producing like small, focused devices that take the best parts of their software and maybe break them down into hardware, that'd be fantastic. I mean, Move already does a lot, but I think people would pay for like a standalone drift synth, which this essentially is now. All right, here, this is kind of clashing with that other melody, so let's pause that for now. The melody's here, right? Yeah, let's get that ARP going again. I really like that. What was I playing again? 1, 2, here we go. Ah, I messed up. Gotta keep 3 notes. All right, go. Quantize that. Nice. I wonder if a little delay would go a long way. Like if we eliminated the chorus here and added a delay instead. Let's try it. I'm thinking we could switch out that old melody because that ARP is just going to be there grooving. And also I wonder if we could copy this chord and add a note on top or something. It's a little too out of place. Yeah, it's a little too out of place. All right, let's go. Let's swap out the melody. Let's go with something. But we could also swap in like another drum kit or some kind of sample maybe. Do I have some kind of... What do I have? These are user presets, which is not what I want. Sliced loops, probably not what I want either. Trying to think of the best way to go here. Probably. Let's get a little filter action, less reverb. And we probably need a bit of reverb and delay, right? Get a big feedback tail on that. We were thinking the same thing. Just one little hit somewhere. Literally just let that go. That'll be an 8-bar loop. But that vocal sample just comes in once every 8 bars. Don't. This is where the 4 tracks gets a little dicey because I'm like, oh, I could have maybe just put that in a drum rack or something. Let's duplicate the drum pattern. 3, 4. I lost time. 3, 4, 1, and 2. Wow, way off. Sorry about that. I also wonder if this sample might have a delayed start time. Maybe. It's from a lo-fi kit, so it could possibly be. Wait, oh, this doesn't even have an effects send. We should definitely run a delay here. I just like reach for delay way too often, I feel. Refresh my memory, chat. How do I do sample start and end time? This is kind of such a basic question. I hold no, it's not shift. Filter and setup? No. Maybe. I always forget how to do these things. I jump around between all the gear. Second knob? Ah. I see. I see. Ah, I see. There's like a weird little hit there. No bar 5. No bar 6. Okay. I'm just fixing the steps. I'm realizing. There we go. Okay. Whew. Darth Chris says, I'm honestly not watching and just listening as a stroll around my town, but it sounds good to me. I love to hear that. Okay, thanks. Richum says, my friend has a Move. I told him I was looking at Novation Circuit Rhythm or Electron, but they have strange limitations. I find the Move also has limitations. I went with the MPC. That's a great journey you went on there. Yeah, all the gear is limited, right? All the gear you'll find. No gear is perfect. I really have a dream video that I want to make that I think would make people mad, but I would call the video All Gear Sucks. And it would be about all the things wrong with every piece of gear, but at the end of the video would be like, but the point is, but that's not the point. The point is not what's wrong with all the gear. The point is what you do with it. All right, we should do a longer chord thing. Yeah, see, I guess the longer chord just doesn't make sense on that instrument. So I think for the sample challenge, I'll just give those very simple chords. Y'all think you can do enough with these chords? And then the ARP. Oh, that's not the ARP anymore. I forgot we changed the ARP. Y'all think you can do enough with the ARP and the pads? And then I'll do a one-shot sample of the drift synth as well. That would be a cool thing to do, actually. I'll pull the reverb totally off the ARP. And then for the drift, let's stop soloing. Here, let's go here. Let's go here. Should I pull the reverb and the effects off? I'll just pull the reverb off, I think. I'll record one long note, 3, 4. Should be a lower note though. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's a long enough note there. One more note here. Higher note probably. That 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, I will do that. Then, so it'll be like a few samples to download. Set. What live set are we in? We're in this one. So then I got to upload it to the cloud. All right, let's upload that to the cloud. To the cloud, to the cloud. And I'll get those samples up. So we're going to do a sample challenge. We're going to give away an Ableton Move. I'm going to post these samples on Discord. If I can't do it tonight, because obviously we're live, I'll do it tomorrow and I'll make a big noise about it in the Discord as well. But they've been doing a lot with Ableton Move. Another update that came with this. So previously, y'all know, Move has a USB-A port, which is usually used for MIDI, and a USB-C port, which is what you use to charge and usually connect to a computer to use with Live. Or to use with, I guess, what was the USB-C port used for originally, besides power? But now, so it used to be if you wanted to just send MIDI out without using it in controller mode, you would have to use the USB-A. But now you can use USB-C and connect to USB hosts like an iPad or like a laptop. It's kind of like a small change that, was... kind of like a quality of life thing. But yeah, I think it's cool. I guess I didn't explain it too well, but I'll be much more happy to just use the USB-C port rather than to connect to things with the USB-A port. Hey, Awkwardly Gothy, thanks for jumping in with another $5 dono. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, USB audio now. Yes. I just got one last week. I'm still learning, but I'm having a blast. First time using Ableton ecosystem. I'm definitely taking the plunge. I've been really thinking about doing a Ableton Move for Beginner series. And the launch key for Beginner series is going pretty well. So couldn't keep watching that 1445. So now we're at 1450. We love to hear it. $1,450 for the kids. 5 more people donate $10. We'll be at a clean $1,500. Can use it also on FL Studio. Well, it would be a basic MIDI controller, but it wouldn't have like any fancy integration. The thing about MIDI controllers is you can use them with any DAW usually. It's really the integration is what it comes down to. And if something isn't kind of advertised or built for a specific DAW, then it's not going to have an amazing integration, right? Need to get back on Beattober. Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders have been way too distracting. Wait, is Arc Raiders out? Because I was stoked watching people play that beta and stuff. So I really want to know if Arc Raiders is out. Battlefield 6, I played the beta and I was not too excited. Yes, please, I'm down for a Move series. I think I need to do it. I need to do it. Please do. I haven't picked up my Move in a bit and it's like I've never played it. LOL, I have such short-term memory. This is good to know. Good to know. They did a play test for Arc Raiders. It ended. Too bad. When do they have an official release date? I really want to play. Usually my friend Joe and I, whom some of you know, we play PUBG. Usually when we're in Seoul and we go to the PC Bang, we'll play PUBG. And that's a lot of fun. But Arc Raiders looks like even more fun PUBG. Oh man, I tried Star Wars Outlaws, but I could not stand it. I got so mad at that game. I thought, I don't know, maybe I just needed to push through the couple levels, but like I thought the missions, the story was kind of bad. They basically like tell you, go do XYZ. Go help this clan do something, but if you help this clan, it's going to piss this clan off. So then you have to go do that. So you think you're making a valuable choice, but then you have to go do something else and you can't use your favor with that clan. I don't know. It was something. And then I was trying to do stealth, and it was like, oh, the only way to go in was through the front door, so it didn't matter anyway. Oh, what a nightmare. Yeah, I'm down to grab a Move, to be honest. I like the vibe. The Move is a great vibe. I love making all kinds of stuff with it, but for ambient music especially, I've been having so much fun. But listen to this drift preset we made. Weird kind of tapey vibe. Hey, Yuzbio Espleta, thank you so much for the £5 dono. Much appreciated. Gracias. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy smokes, am I seeing that correctly? Anonymous, all the way there in the back. Hello? Anonymous, is that you? A $50
dono from Anonymous.
Holy smokes. Dance party, let's go. We are raising the money for the kids, a 50. Wow, holy smokes, everybody. Thank you so much for the generosity tonight. We're going to be doing another giveaway at the end of the stream. I'm going to try, actually, let me see real quick. The magic of Move, my friends. What live set are we on? The magic of Move. Here, let me see. Let me verify this is going to be properly here. The magic of Move. So for those of you that don't know, we just worked on that on Ableton Move, right? And then I uploaded that project to the cloud. We are not connected to the computer. Then I came up in my cloud folder, and we have this full session here ready to go. All these sounds, drum patterns, devices, everything. And this drift preset here, which I could save to my user library now, which is dope. So think about that. We were taking control of this whole thing. It's kind of crazy. All right, what's the easiest way? Bounce track in place, and I'm going to get all these loops. I'm going to have to like label these loops and package them, so I won't make you watch me do that on stream. I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll include the drift preset, which should just work. I'll include the drift preset, but if it doesn't work, I'm sorry, it won't work. All right, I'll do all this tomorrow because there's no way I'm going to do it on stream, and that will not be fun for everybody, I think. What an amazing dono night. Indeed, thanks to generous folks like you, Awkwardly Gothy. Thanks so much, and thanks to everybody who's donated this evening. It's been a fantastic evening. We love to hear it. For the kids. I have the SP4 this is Unsure, saying I have the SP4 the Polyan Tracker, and the Move. I gotta say, the Move is definitely the most fun and inspires you to use it. I think that there's a lot which comes with the simplicity of it, right? You can have more complex pieces of gear that are very capable, that you can make a lot of great work on. But at the end of the day, if it's just easy to pick up and if it's easy to start jamming, there's a lot of value in that kind of experience for sure. The new total is 1,507. Thank you, October Keys, for the kids. For the kids. For the kids. Beta Run says, I don't have a groove box. Been eyeballing the Mini or Micro Freak, but maybe a groove box makes more sense as a gear target. The Move looks like a fine candidate. Yeah, if you don't want to go strictly in that synth category, strictly a synth category, with the Move, it's kind of like the best of both worlds, right? Because you know, I love the Arturia stuff. I love my Mini Freak. It's sitting right here. But now I really also love the sound of the drift synth, and now with the full sound design capabilities, you're kind of basically getting a full synth on the Move, you know what I mean? Plus all the other capabilities. So I think that's pretty cool. Want to do a giveaway in the middle of the stream and at the end of the stream since we've had such a generous day of donations? Should we do that? I got more Space Replicator to give away, which is a really fun plugin, and I know the folks that have won it so far have been really appreciating it and enjoying it. So why don't we do that? It's been such a generous stream. We should keep it going. All right. let's do this. Spam your Halloween-related emojis in the chat for a chance to win Space Replicator, which is a really amazing mixing plugin by Lewitt. Lewitt's another great supporter of Beattober. We are giving away some of their hardware for some of the Beattober awards as well. But essentially, you can replicate a space in your headphones, so you can mix check across a number of different spaces, including doing a car test. So you don't have to go all the way to your car to do a car test. You just select the headphones that you're using, switch to car, and then you can hear kind of what your mix will sound like, how the mix will translate in the car. So 1 minute on the clock. Starting now. Spam your Halloween related emojis. If you win this giveaway, I'll need you to send a message in chat and just say, hey, I won, I'm here, and here's my Instagram handle. And then also send me a DM on Instagram saying, hey, I won Lewitt Space Replicator. That being said, shout out to Ableton for sponsoring today's stream. You know, Ableton has been a great partner over the years. I've been having a lot of fun with both Move and with Push 3, and of course I've been a lifetime Ableton Live user, so I'm super grateful to be able to work with Ableton and to be able to have my hands on all these cool tools. When I started this channel in like 2016, I could have never imagined a device like this, but in 2017 I did have a predictions video where I predicted both the Ableton Move as well as Ableton Note. I'm just saying, I predicted it in 2017, but I guess if you just make predictions, they eventually come true. Make logical predictions, they'll eventually come true. Let's choose a winner real quick, and then we're going to get into listening to your Beattober beats. All right, choosing a winner for the Space Replicator plugin in 3, 2, 1. The winner is I Am Unsure. Round of applause. I am unsure. I know you're in chat already because I saw you recently. But if you could do me a favor, if you could type your Instagram handle in the chat and then jump over to Instagram and send me a message that says you won the Space Replicator plugin. And I will get you your license key sometime tomorrow. We're going to be ending late today, so I apologize I can't get everything done tonight, but nonetheless. But also, to cap off that Ableton Move situation, we're giving away an Ableton Move, and we're going to do a sample challenge for it. I'm going to post the samples in Discord tomorrow. Everything's happening on the Discord, so if you want to stay the most up-to-date on awards, giveaways, all things Beattober, and you're not in the Discord yet, please go to beattober.com. There's a link right at the bottom of that page that says join the Discord. If you have any issues getting in, let me know. Usually our Discord is channel members only, but for the month of October, it's open to everybody. It's all good vibes. Okay, folks. I'm hoping everybody can share with me their strict 1 minute long beats so we don't have to stay up too late tonight. Look at all of you typing. I haven't said go yet. This is my favorite part. The eager beavers in the Discord. Oh, it's just White Whisker. I saw somebody else in there. Oh, awkwardly gothy. Everybody's lingering there. Speedy Solver Sam. Who else is there? I see you. I see you all. Getting ready. Can't go yet. Oh, shoot. Everybody's jumping in. This is so funny. I wonder who's going to be the first one. Now, I'm going to do a GIF. I was going to do just a nervous GIF, but let's not waste any more time. Let's see. How about... What are these? The further you go down in the GIFs, the less relevant they are, I feel. All right. Go, Power Rangers. Oh, snap. Smashing that enter button. It's crazy. The usual suspects indeed. Y'all, I'm having a great time on tonight's stream. I hope you are as well. If you're enjoying the vibes, don't forget to give the stream a like. Of course, we're raising money, but we want more people to find our streams, right? So we can raise more money. So giving the stream a like helps more people find it. I have a feeling I don't got to tell you all that, though. Let's kick things off with White Whisker music. Go Riverbats in the background.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells. Do they keep you in a cell?
Cells. Interlinked.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you
We're all gonna have to do these sort of empathy tests to prove that we're not AI bots pretty soon. Oh, we did get a flash. I should have read the flash warning. Thank you, White Whisker. Good Blade Runner sample integration. Well done, well done. Yeah, and I want to, so Darren Hale said, White Whisker Musica has been smashing it. If you see people that you think are crushing it this Beattober, go to beattober.com, go to the awards page, and nominate them for an award. We have so many great awards happening. Here we go, Aote.
If you find a bat in your attic tonight, don't scream, don't faint, it's quite unpolite.
Aote, didn't we listen to this one already on stream? Maybe not. If you want to submit another one, you can. I feel like we listened to this one already, unless I just saw it in my feed. Could be possible. I'll let it run anyway.
For a grape or a piece of pear, the squeak delightful if you show you care. Remember, darkness, warmth and calm. Avoid loud noises and lavender balm. Proper care in the feeding of bats requires patience and a heart that's black. A gentle hand, a silver spoon, and lullabies by the light of the moon.
How's that volume? Giving you more, giving you more. Can't be clipping though.
They're not for soup, they're not for stew. The tiny sky gremlins just passing through.
They're just like little puppies, the bats, right? They're just like little flying puppies.
And whisper sweet nothings, avoid rough hugs. They dine on insects, fruit and flies, and love dramatic lullabies. The proper care in the feeding of bats means giving them rights on your fancy hats. But mind your neck when they return, a lesson that you better learn.
I know dogs that look like that. Am I wrong? Thank you, Aote. Aote crushing it with the aesthetics, with the themes, all that going. TID Mark, I saw you said the volume was super low. Let me know how we're doing now. Dustin, what do you got cooking for us here? Looks good. I like that, like, accelerometers have become a standard in gear these days. Good use of them, too. I like it. I like using the motion. Bringing your music into the real space. A Coco is back. What are we cooking up, a Coco? Yapping. That's usually what I do. I do the yapping around here. No motion on the move, Dustin, unfortunately. Good point. A Coco putting in the work all Beattober long. folks that have made it this far, are you feeling like the growth? Like, what areas do you feel like you're growing the most in terms of the Beattober challenge? Nice. Thank you, Okoko. Great work as usual. SM Darwin, here we go. Oh, following on theme with the move. Wait, I gotta make... If I don't like your post, it's not because I don't like your post when I'm watching it here. It's just because I forgot. Oh, nice. I'm excited. Where are we going with this? Oh, that's where we're going with this. Very cool. That bass tone is fantastic, my friend. Good work. The tabs. Oh, is this a collab? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we got another string player in the house. Nice and folky. Love to see it. Thank you. DM Strings. Unsure, I didn't skip you. You're next. I got you right here. Okay, what do we got going on here? Whoa. Oh, unexpected. I love this little compass situation in your videos. I love trinkets. Proper ass work. See you tomorrow. I'm telling you, y'all gonna wake up on like November 1st and you're gonna be like, okay, great, I don't have to make a beat today. But then you're gonna wake up on November 2nd and be like, should I make a beat today? Thank you, Unsure. Unsure, don't forget to message me on Instagram if you haven't already. TI80 Mark. TI80 Mark. TI80 Mark, I feel like I didn't know you had that robot tattoo. That's kind of crazy. You're very on theme. I never connected those dots. One of my neighbors has a DJ themed Halloween setup in his yard, which I think is funny. What's up? It's a flow. TI-80 Mark, do you have problems passing the CAPTCHA tests? Do you have problems selecting the tiles that include bicycles? Just asking. Not accusing one of being a robot, but spooky old sample. Here we go. All the rolly blocks. Nice masks. Here lies Beattober Day 12. I like that. Wait, isn't that in Boston? No? Maybe it says where it is. I've seen that kind of gravestone before. I think you all sent your messages so fast that you're seeing like a different order in the Discord channel than me, because I haven't skipped anybody yet. But people keep thinking they're getting skipped. But you're actually the next one. Let's check it out. Wait, I know. Oh, I did like it. See? Let's go with these chords. NYC, so that kind of East Coast, like early settler vibes in that graveyard. I fully expected the garage vibe. But we can keep the laid back, chill vibe too. Excellent. Ride the wave. Great. October Keys, great work as usual. Keep putting in that work. Are you trying to go for 31 days, October Keys? Is it possible? Or did you miss any days? All right, accent. Here we go. Vocals. Let me get your number. This is very eerie, very interesting. Bum, 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 bum. I like that vocal sample a lot. Nice. Cool, very cool. All the different vibes. Connor.wave, where you at? Let's get it. That guitar line. Oh, I wanted more of that. I just need to watch again. Ah. Ah, shoot. Really well done. Ah. I want to learn to play like that. I liked it. Oh, we got a Lander sampler user. Love to hear it. Giveaway winner. The visuals went very well with that track. Nicely done. LOL, yeah, together. Thanks for being a member for such a long time. I feel like you're rarely in chat unless you used to have a different name and I just don't recognize this name. Thanks for being a member for such a long time. Look at that blooming tree. Is the blooming tree the final stage or is the golden tree the final stage? I think the blooming tree is the final stage. I could be wrong. And I think they might have added the option to have more badges. I should check in about that because some of y'all have been members for a long time. You also have member milestone chats, which you might be able to use just to say hi and just to show off how long you've been a member. Reset. Nice, Ryan. What game is it from? I don't know what game it's from. The synth sounds like Contra, but I don't know what game the line is from. Epic. Nicely done. As usual. I was wondering, Reset, if you're doing like a specific... is it like your challenge to use a different plugin every day from what I've seen? Like just try a different tool basically every day? I don't know if that's your direct goal, but that's what I've noticed. Krios is in the car with at least one hand on the wheel. So we like to see that. No hands on the phone, no hands on the camera. That's also good. New plugin every day. Good to know. Okay, BMW flex, flex, flex. Quick flex. See, this is a creative approach to be like, I don't have time to shoot a Beattober video today. This is the vibe today. Little ripping and roaring on the guitar in the background there. We like to see that. Next up, the Dream Machine. We almost had a glitch in the matrix there, much like these visuals. I wish Instagram had a dark mode. We're descending into the madness. Instagram has a dark mode on desktop. I love all this art, and the sound design is perfect. Funny thing, in my class that I'm teaching these days, a student did a really good job on a project recently where we went to this art gallery that was in the school, and they had to make a piece based on the art gallery. One of the works was like glass blown like lungs, basically. Like they try to recreate like respiratory systems but out of blown glass. So it was just kind of like interesting. So the student did a piece around like the sounds of breathing, and there was kind of like an ambient sort of generative piece. So they used VCV rack to make this like rising and falling of noise waves, which you can get like a breathing sound like and like filtering like that. But then they ran it through a formant filter, which made it sound like, and it was like a formant filter that was modulating through vowel shapes. So you had this filtered noise that was filtering through these vowel shapes, and it just sounded like way too realistic. It was really good. I should show you all that patch. Very, very cool. All right, let's keep on going. I'm not going to miss anybody. That's always a good vibe when you're making beats all Beattober, and it's like, this is my favorite one for the day. Because sometimes you're like, this is definitely my worst one of the month. But then sometimes you're like, dang, this is my best one of the month. I'm seeing 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Oh, maybe this is 21. Not that I'm like, wow, you missed one. I don't care about that. But putting in work, seemingly almost nearly daily. Good work. Zay. Shout out to Zay. Zay-san? Like that. Next up, we got Owen. Anybody want to rap over this? If so, post a video of you rapping over it. If you want to rap over it, rap over it. It's very simple. The mission is clear. Got me nodding my head, Owen. Hope you can find a collaborator. Find a friend. That's what I say. Find a friend. Dream slide. What are we sliding into
I
here?
have no regrets.
Oh.
You gave me something people search for their whole lives.
But I can't exist in a world without you. I'm sorry I didn't say it before.
What is this from?
You, Wade.
Oof. Oh, it ended too soon. Those synths were coming in. What's happening, Dream Slide? Just giving us a taste? Put the rest behind a paywall. What was that quote from the beginning? It reminded me a little bit of Marriage Story, but I could tell it wasn't. Me and my wife were dying laughing at Marriage Story the other night. That movie is very funny if you watch it a second time. If you watch it the first time, it could be like a little emotionally... maybe it's funny for people on the first watch, but I think the first time you watch it, it's like very like emotionally draining and kind of funny. The second time, it is just hilarious. Adam Driver turns to Scarlett Johansson and goes, "Every day I wake up and I hope that you're dead." Like, with such a crazy delivery on that line. And we were laughing so hard. It's the funny scene where he punches the wall. Anybody else find that scene or that movie funny? In the parts where it's kind of being serious, but it's kind of being funny? All right, anyway, It's a Flow, who's currently working on their Beattober beat of the day. It's an old movie, Reset. It's an old movie. You should go watch it. Not too old, but...
Are you even my friend? Do you pretend? Is it the end?
Oh. Playing the break. Yeah, a lot of y'all are like quietly, or not quietly, I guess, but like just putting in the work every single day or nearly every day, and it's kind of crazy. Do not hesitate. That was our last beat of the day. Do not hesitate to go nominate yourself for a Beattober award. Beattober.com/awards, or just go to Beattober.com and find the awards page, submission form, submit your nomination for an award. Be like, I think I deserve this award. And don't feel shy about it either, because a lot of y'all are putting in the work. So go ahead, Beattober Awards, that is open. The last thing I have to tell you all is that I will drop these samples in Discord tomorrow. Ableton Move samples dropping in Discord tomorrow. You'll be able to flip these samples and you'll be able to win an Ableton Move. Shout out to Ableton for being huge supporters of Beattober. I think it's going to be great. I had a lot of fun with this. If you have an Ableton Move, download 1.7. I turned my audio off because I opened the other project. Download update 1.7. Get to sound designing with Drift. If you haven't checked out Move yet, I got a bunch of videos of it on the channel here. Should we do one final giveaway of the evening? One final giveaway of the evening. And also, if you have any last words, questions, or things as we wind down the stream here, feel free to ask. Hey, T, would be cool if you can host a used music gear sale. That would be cool, like a garage sale. Not a bad idea. I'm still having a blast. I got AUM downloaded today, and I'm slowly figuring it out. Nice. AUM is a very useful app. A very useful app. Yes, another one. Another giveaway. Let me check what we are giving away, because I have a whole thing that I need to make sure I'm tracking so that I don't give away something I don't have. That type of vibe. Interesting. Let's do it. I gotta copy and paste this. Give me a moment. This is an interesting plugin. We haven't given this away yet. This is kind of a slightly bigger one than the other ones. I would like to give away today, this evening, since y'all stayed to the end. It's kind of a good one. Session Guitarist Electric Ruby Deluxe from Native Instruments. This is like a great virtual guitar plugin that you can use. They do a great job making like really realistic guitar sounds in a virtual instrument. So usually you get some type of like pattern, strumming patterns, that kind of thing, but you have full control over the MIDI and the notes and the tones and the things like that. So shout out to Native Instruments. Native Instruments gave like nearly $4,000 worth of software that we haven't given away fully yet, but very huge supporters of Beattober. So why don't we, for the end of today's stream, since this is a guitar-related plugin, go ahead and spam your guitar-related emojis, and I would love to send this plugin to you. Minute on the clock. Spam the guitar-related emojis. I appreciate you all. It's been a great stream. The Electric Deluxe. 1 minute is going on the clock now. Guitar-related emojis. Spam them in the chat. Keep spamming, keep spamming. And I'll remind you, we're raising money for a fantastic cause this evening and for the remainder of Beattober. We're raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative, gets kids access to be able to learn music technology. They can go sit at workstations, make beats, learn to produce with their friends, produce podcasts, learn the basics of audio engineering. It's a fantastic cause. Been raising money all month long. A lot of generous donations today. So if you haven't donated yet and you would like to make a little bit of a difference, even just dropping in $5 for the kids, it goes a long way. We got a donate button right here on the YouTube page. We also have a donate button on PayPal. You can find out all the information at beattober.com. We've got lots of great merch. All the proceeds going to Music and Youth Initiative. Lots of ways you can tap in. And of course, Beattober wouldn't be possible without our supporters. You know, Native Instruments giving lots of downloads, and then Ableton sponsoring today's stream so we could feature the Ableton Move and bring all those eyes to the stream. Really, really fantastic. Okay, it's time to roll a winner. I'm choosing a winner in 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, Darth Krios. But I think Darth Krios left. Am I right? Are you there, Krios? I think Krios was like, I gotta go to sleep right before this giveaway. I swear I saw that in the chat. Give Krios a couple minutes to claim the prize. October Keys is quick to say that Krios is gone. Oh no. Darth Krios says, oh no. Why oh no? Do you already have it, Krios? Who says oh no to winning a giveaway? You won, my friend. Just let me know if there's any problem with that. But you know the drill. And I already know your Instagram handle. I said I would tap out because I play the guitar. Oh, interesting. Well, shoot me a DM. If you prefer to get something like a space replicator or something, we can work that out in the DMs. But let me know. And we can pass this plugin on to a future stream. Nonetheless, you got drawn here, so you said, well, Tiffany said, well, shoot, I'll take it. Yeah, we'll work it out in the DMs, Krios. If you've seen anything that we've been giving away, we got like a couple isotope things, FX3. We've been doing the space replicator a lot, which could be useful for your mix checks, but let me know. We'll work it out in the DMs. When we work that out, we might have this plugin to give away at a future date. All right, so here's the deal. Here's kind of like how the schedule's stacking up. I got to prepare for our upcoming 12-hour stream, and I have to prepare for a very exciting stream with the Rolly Airwave. The Rolly Airwave stream is going to be in 1 week from today. See, you already peeped it, said Owen Odyssey. So I got to get that set up, and I got to do some practicing and some tweaking with that. So there's not going to be a stream this Sunday. I got to put in some work, finish some videos, prepare for that stream, and prepare for our 12-hour stream on the 31st. So unless, some scheduling things kind of align and things are feeling good, maybe I'll drop in for a surprise stream randomly next week. But for all intents and purposes, the next stream will be 1 week from today. Possibly it'll be a morning stream because we've done a lot of evening streams. So this was an evening stream. So if the next stream that we do is a morning stream, I think that would be better. And then we'll have the stream on the 31st where it'll be literally 12 hours long. Looking forward to the 12-hour stream next week. Yeah, and if y'all, like in the Discord, drop your ideas for things you'd like to see in the 12-hour stream, because we'll have 12 hours, so we'll have plenty of time to do stuff, okay? All right, that's going to be all for this evening. I'll see you all next time. Great work. Thank you all so much for your generosity. We raised a lot of money this evening, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.